Grace Tebandeke and Maureen Ainembabazi said "I do" at a colorful ceremony in Butabika on the New Year's Eve amidst friends and family.
I'm going to ask any person who knows a reason why this person, Grace and Maureen, may not lawfully marry, to declare it now.
Whereas this may come off as any other wedding ceremony, it is backdropped on the fact that both Tebandeke and Ainembabazi suffer from bipolar disorder.
All that I have, I share with you within the love of God, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Bipolar disorder is a mental illness that causes severe high and low moods and changes in sleep, energy, thinking, and behavior. The two lovebirds say they met 10 years ago at a project they were both working on called Beautiful Minds.
It was empowering people with challenges mentally, and we started being friends. We would lend each other money. I lend him like 10,000, he lends me like 20,000, and we return it like that. That was our relationship. We never knew that we could end up into marriage. But
however, they were separated at the onset of COVID-19 when Ainembabazi lost her brother, who was meeting her rent fees, forcing her to return to the village. When Tebandeke learnt of this, he sought to reverse the situation.
I told him if I can send him to Aspen, he was able to come to Kampala. And we got money and he was able to come to Kampala. He had just come to visit me for 2 weeks and he goes back. But when he found my grandmother said, don't go back, stay and take care of Grace. That's how it began in 2020. On
her part, Ainembabazi attributes their relationship to God, adding that this has been a long time coming.
It has been put on hold for many times because we had to do it in 2021. His brother had promised to support us, but when the date reached, he said, no, I'm not supporting you.
It took for the Church of St. Luke's Chapel at Butabika and friends to make their dream come true.
Grace and Maureen have done us a good thing. They have shown it is possible. You can struggle in life with issues that the world has thrown to you, and you can stand up and go.
Occasionally, Tebandeke had to be reminded to pick his wife after forgetting her. With this in mind, we spoke to a lawyer on what the law states about such a marriage.
The fundamental issue that we have to warn ourselves that at the time when they are contracting, in this case when the couple was either exchanging vows or signing the contracts or even prior preparing the marriage, they must have known that one, what they are engaging in, they must have been of sane mind at that time. Either of the parties can seek to vitiate or nullify this contract, in which case the marriage, on the grounds that I didn't know. And if there's no medical report to prove that indeed at the time you contract the marriage, you were sane and you knew what you were contracting and you had the mental capacity, then the marriage can be nullified just on that ground.
Yeah, we grant our triggers and how to learn how to live with the disease.
I don't have any bad memory on Butabika Hospital. This is a special hospital because they have made me who I am. If they have not been in my life, where would I be? I would be dead.
They were blessed with a child who lives with relatives for safety reasons. Tebandeke and Ainembabazi acknowledge the role their friends have played to this day, and one of them, Dr. Joseph Chigula Mugambe, came in handy as a father figure to support Tebandeke in church.
We would encourage them, have you gone for your review? Are you taking the medicines? And they would always answer in affirmative. Sometimes if not, we would encourage them, please, you must go and get this checkup.
The Tebandeke and Ainembabazi story only opens up to how much society understands mental health. Studies conducted by the Health Ministry show that at least 14 million people in Uganda have some kind of mental health problem, with most of them unaware and not on treatment. This is attributed to stigma attached to mental health. And for the Tebandekes, this can change when everybody plays their part about mental health. Walter Mwesigye, NTV.